Well, we stopped for a leak. And that was definitely an interesting experience going over that footbridge.
I'll follow you.
Alright. Can you hear me? Okay. Lily? 21 degrees. 21 degrees. I still feel like we're going down a footpath. I think I'm going to have PTSD from that. We did it on a nice summer day on a Saturday. This is pretty cool. Feels like we should be higher than what we are based on how long we were going up. Yeah, we rode over that Barmouth bridge thing, which apparently you're allowed to do on a motorbike. Narrow as hell. It looked like a footpath. I completely understand why a lot of people weren't happy with us being on it, and I completely understand why they assume that motorbikes aren't allowed on it. If I didn't know that motorbikes were allowed on it, I would assume they're not allowed on it. All I could really do was thank everyone that was like, letting us ride past, because I didn't feel like we had any business being on that path. Definitely an experience. I probably won't do it again. I just felt like a massive knob. I thought when we were kind of planning to go over that bridge, I knew that it was like a pedestrian kind of thing. I knew bikes were allowed on it, but I assumed it'd be wider. At one point it was only wide enough to fit like one person through that little toll gate thing. It was ridiculous. Awkward. So I'm still in the process of editing up the Irish tour at the moment, which I did 3 years ago. Almost 3 years ago. I did it in August 2018. So as soon as I finish editing that, I'll post that. It's taken way too long. I need to pull my finger out. I'm just having flashbacks, man. That's It's funny that I didn't really appreciate New South Wales until I came to Wales. Need to hire some bikes next time we go home. Such a nice day for riding. It's like the perfect temperature. The roads are full of pissed off pedestrians. It's amazing. It was cool, but I don't know if I would do it again. Either he was really saying hi or there's a cop up here. Happy Valley. Going up the Happy Valley. This is Happy Valley apparently. Pretty cool route though. Decent, like an Alps style one. Thanks. That was a nice guy letting us pass back there. This reminds me of that road we were riding in Australia on the mountain bikes. That was a cool road, I liked it. just realised your front wheel is it's not like Ewan and Charlie's. They've just got the spokes, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they've got spokes. That's alloy.
I think I prefer that.
Yeah, but this can go off-road, but it's not designed for like hardcore off-roading.
Really?
So, yeah. The spokes
Interesting.
take a lot more pounding than alloy.
Didn't realise that.
Yeah.
I guess they're kind of flexible.
Yeah, but I think the weight's distributed along all of them. You know?
Yeah.
Whereas that, you put a lot of pressure on one
Yeah.
spoke or whatever. So yeah, if you're doing off-roading, you can have these. But if you're living in a country where you're going to really push it off-road, then you really need spokes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well then.
Can you hear me, Tom?
Huh?
Tom!
Tom!
His cable's hanging off down his back. Your cable.
Yeah.
That might be, I'm not sure why it does that, you know, that kill thing I was talking about.
Yeah.
How does your one work? Does you go sideways?
Yeah, sideways. Either way. So that kills it, that kills it.
And in the middle is going.
Cool. And that starts it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think, so I was talking to Tom about maybe potentially lowering this, but I think it's alright.
Yeah, you're pretty much flat-footed, mate.
On that side, on the other side I'm like about that far, my heel's that far off, but
you need to lower it.
so on the left I'm flat-footed at the moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plenty of people just be on tippy toes
Yeah.
on their bike.
Just hooked up my power cable to my GoPro harness. So now I've got it powered off a battery pack in my tank bag. I'm using the combo cable. That's the combo cable there. I just noticed some dark clouds behind us as well. Which unfortunately has the RCA on it as well. I'm thinking about cutting those off. Because I don't need the RCA. I don't think I'll ever use the RCA. If I need to watch anything straight off, I can use the HDMI port. And that has a microphone and a USB port, USB for charging. So I've got the microphone going into my helmet and the USB going to the battery pack. So now I'm just limited by how big the SD card is, and I think there was about 4 hours of space left on that. It's 128 gig one in here at the moment. $30 miles an hour. So this is a road that since the first time we discovered it, we didn't know this was an awesome road or anything like that. So we just ended up on it on the very first trip. And since then we've called it the fucking awesome road. Because it's kind of pretty epic. This is the direction that we did it originally as well. Came up from the south into Machynlleth, had some fish and chips, and then we went north along this road. So we kind of started in this like foresty bit that starts all windy, nice and windy and stuff. And then from there ended up in the you'll see, it's kind of it's called the Mac Loop. this is the awesome bit. It's normally a bit better when you're not behind a tractor towing a trailer. Most frustrating thing about roads like this is where the points where you can overtake, there's always too many cars, and the points like this where you can't overtake because it's a blind corner, there's never any cars. It's frustrating as F. That was the first part of the awesome. This is the Mach loop. They take fighter jets, well, any kind of military aircraft really, through this valley at low level. So if you get up on one of these peaks, you can actually stand above the jets as they fly through and get some pretty awesome photos. I think they fly about 250 feet off the ground, which is pretty low. That's less than 100 meters. I think that's about 3 feet to a meter, so 300 feet's about 100 meters. This is the second part of the awesome road up this valley. Come up to the third part of the awesome road, which starts after these little bit of a twisty area. Starts here, dead straight. Look at that. No, me either. I love corners like that. It makes me just want to go back to Europe. Bala! Bala, Bala, Bala! Now looks like we're in a massive group. Yeah! Just up here on the left. Rally style. Need to get the obligatory photo in front of the lake of the new bike.